It'll be interesting to find out what comes out of it. So let's do the same process.
What is up, lover researchers? It's Kevin. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be analyzing the data from the survey from last week's video. Last week's video was on how to create effective user surveys. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and click up here or in the description below. Today I'm going to be going over your feedback and grouping them in and finding themes on how to improve my channel.
Before I get into the video, I just want to give a huge thank you to those who filled in the survey. There were about 50 responses that I got, and it means a lot that you took the time to watch the video, first of all, click on a link, and then take even more time to give me your feedback and your suggestions. Really means a lot. As I was reading your feedback, everything was really helpful. Some surprising. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about you as the badass UX leaders out there watching this channel. Some of it touched me and some of them really stood out, and I'm definitely going to take those to heart. So thank you for that. Some of you even told me where you're watching from, so that was super cool to know. Some of you are watching from Ireland, some of you are watching from Portugal, India, Hong Kong, Singapore, Switzerland, Namibia, Germany, Canada, all over the US, from the West Coast to the East Coast, Mexico. Shout outs to all of you badass UX leaders all around the world watching and trying to learn about UX research. Okay, I'm excited. Analyzing the survey, let's get it.
What I'm doing here is opening up the survey that you responded to and looking at all the responses, and I'm literally just writing out each main point in each column and just writing them out into the Post-it notes. For example, why do you watch 0 to UX? I'm writing everything that's in this column onto Post-it notes. I'm just taking like the main point and not the whole Post-it note. Writing everything for do you like it, do you dislike, ideas for improving the channel. So these things, these other questions, these are more quantitative, so I'm not going to write down on the Post-it notes, but I'll get a graph for you.
So I finished putting the Post-it notes for one of the sections on the whiteboard, like here. So just show you a couple things. So this is for why. So these are some of the reasons that you gave me. Of course there were more, but there were a lot of duplicates, so I just removed them. And I want to figure out what are the main themes of why you want to watch. So my next step is going to be rearranging these. Okay, so I finished rearranging some of the Post-it notes, and this is what I found. So why do you watch 0 to UX? This is going to bother me so much. Okay, let me fix this. There we go. All right, so why do you watch 0 to UX? And I found 4 main themes as well as some things, right? So first thing is you want to learn about UX research. Pretty obvious. So some of them is I want to learn how to conduct it, how to be good at it, learn about it in a funny way. I have a psych background and I want to learn from someone with a psych background and learn, okay? The second reason you watch it is because of the format. It is short video format. Lots of value because some of you said you don't have a lot of time, so this is like a master class for UXR. Summarizes key points, useful tips for beginners starting off in UX research, and it's curated content, so I don't need to figure out myself. So that's format. This one was interesting. I guess you watch it for me, for the motivating energy that Kevin gives off. It's eye-opening and entertaining watch, and awesome resource and model characteristics. The third one is getting a job and switching to UX research in the industry. Now there were multiple duplicates of a lot of these. So what you see here isn't everything. Learn about UX research. There may be like 5 or 6 of these, which I only just used one of them. Short video format, there were a couple. So I didn't really take into the count. I just wanted to find the themes. The others here are the ones that didn't really fit into learning, format, Kevin, or career change. This one was, I really like the interviews of other professionals. This one is, I want to explore if UX research is right for me. That's what I came up with. Now that I finished organizing the Post-its for why do you watch 0 to UX, I'm gonna do the same process for the other sections in the survey. Gonna switch up the colors. Gonna go for green this time for what do you like? Alright, just finished all the post-it notes for what do you like about the videos, and now I'm gonna post them up and then rearrange them. Alright, so I finished what do you like about 0 to UX videos, and I came up with 4 big ones. Here is the first one. So what do you like about 0 to UX videos? You like that it's practical and not theoretical. So practical content, not just theoretical, that's literally it. Practical, useful, relatable. Love the examples. Explain in detail, they give examples. Next, insider perspective. A lot of you like that that you're getting thoughts from an actual UX researcher and other people who come on the show, like designers and managers. You also like that it is in a digestible format. So the level is perfect, not too hard, not too easy, it's simple, clear, and fun. It's easy for newbies, easy to digest format. I try my best. Sometimes I can't help but to go over a little bit. And one of the things that surprised me and really meant a lot was what do you like, and this is what I came up with. It had nothing to do with the content, it had nothing to do with, you know, the methods or anything, but you actually like my personality. So I feel like we know each other. Videos are motivating, gives me courage, feels like a mentor, community to motivate, appreciate the honesty of your character, your reactions. So these are some examples, and here's that quote that I pulled out. Doesn't seem like I'm watching some YouTuber talk about UX research. So that means a lot, thank you. So that's what you like. So I'll try not to change this. And this is more of an outlier where someone just said, like, please do some meetups or in-person events. So that's probably going to be a section I separate out. But here it is. What do you like about 0 to UX videos? As I am an objective researcher, of course, I try to be. I mean, this is not super objective. I'm going to do the section on what do you dislike about 0 to UX videos. Let's go. I think I'm going to go with pink this time. Pink for stuff you dislike. Now I've finished writing all the post-it notes for what you dislike. My first impression is that a lot of them are requests for videos and not necessarily dislike, although there are some cases of that. So it'll be interesting to find out what comes out of it. So let's do the same process. By the way, here's a pro tip for post-it notes. So normally, we usually just lift up the post-it notes and they start to curl. But push down and pull it like that, it ends up being pretty flat. So this one curls up and this one's pretty flat. That's a pro tip. Alright, so I finished organizing what you dislike about the videos. I found 4 main ones with 2 outliers. Let's go through them. Technical issues. So these are things that are an artifact of me being a noob at camera work and audio work, so forgive me. I'm definitely learning and I'm trying to get better at it. So but at least these are things I can fix. The next one, free downloads or lack of free downloads. So I personally have a couple of things you can download right now, but I don't even have a website up. I'm working on it. I try my best to refer you to other resources. And a lot of the dislikes, when I wrote them down, it sounded a lot more like video requests. Like, I want to see more frequent statistics, more success stories, work-life experience, more perspective on unconventional UX research industries. I want more follow-along examples, more case studies, etc. So yeah, definitely these are down the pipeline. I have a huge list of video ideas that I just haven't gotten to yet. So bear with me. Here, I mean, this one just says it all. I want more videos per week. Here's an interesting one. Not easy to digest. Force fun. Well, sometimes I'm just awkward, and that's just me. But you'll see, interestingly, This said not easy to digest, while what you like is digestible. I'm pointing out that sometimes you're going to see contradicting pieces of feedback. Some people will like it and some people won't. So I definitely don't discount it. I take into heart this feedback, and I'll definitely would like to know, how I can make this better. And this section is lacks depth. Lots of blanks. I need to do a lot more digging after I watch your videos. I want more practical examples. It lacks thought process of structuring a problem. Need a summary bullet list at the end of each video. All right, so that's what you dislike. So thank you for that. That's helpful for me to know in order to improve the channel for you. Right, these videos are for you. I figured I should probably share with you what I've learned so far to get to this point and my thoughts on this process. What I plan to do with the information is the important part. If you were to present just this diagram to your stakeholders, they're gonna say, well, that's cool. What do we do about it? Making recommendations is part of the researcher's job. And since I am the stakeholder, since I sent this survey to you to fill out, which again, thank you, I plan to take this information and improve my channel, essentially. So what you dislike, that's really tangible suggestions and feedback for me. So I know how to improve and what I need to do more of and what I need to do less of. Now, how would I use these information? Why do you watch it and what do you like? So these are really positive things. You think, well, that's not really useful, right? Well, for me, it could be useful to know exactly what you care about the most. You care about having digestible format videos. That tells me not to make like an hour-long video. Practical, not theoretical. That's stuff that I need it myself, so I kind of understand and I relate to your feedback, and that's what you like. Because I was there when I was in your shoes, so I know exactly what I didn't like either. And why do you like it? Why do you watch? If I were to market this, now I'm not a salesy kind of person. If I were to take the next steps, this could be a valid proposition, like why you should watch 0 to UX videos. That could be a marketing message. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do that, but this is really helpful to me. And I hope it's helpful for you to see the process of how I come up with recommendations, how I organize them, and what to do with the results. Okay, here are your suggestions and ideas, and I found, ignore that. I found a couple of main themes here that you want to see more of. So let's start with case studies. This is the most common, wanting to see an end-to-end study where you, as the viewers, badass UX leaders, can follow along. More stakeholder stories. You want to hear from people just like you who went from 0 to UX. More stakeholder interviews, maybe even a recruiter's perspective, which I think is really important. Community. So one of you asked, is there a community to talk to each other for tips? As a matter of fact, yes. I have a Facebook group, 0 to UX. I'm hoping that is a community where all of you can meet each other, introduce yourselves, share tips, share your stories, the wins and the losses. Meetups, that's a huge one that I got. Maybe at least like 20 of you requested an in-person meetup. Yeah, I'll definitely try to do that. I'm in the Bay Area, California, so I can't be everywhere, but we can start small. One suggestion I got was a Kevin Q&A, just to get to know me more as a person and not just UX. Career insights, day in the life, another really requested video, so I'm working on it for sure. How to look for a mature UX company, that's really important. And there are ways you can tell if the company is really design-centered or it's still engineering-centered. Other ones, networking tips and how to grow referrals. Portfolio tips, just critiques. Other ideas such as ethics and research, which is super important and often overlooked, and what makes a bad UX researcher. More book recommendations, article recommendations, and this one is just a funny one, more memes and sound effects. So that is your suggestions and ideas. Really appreciate your help. Thank you.
One of the sections I asked at the end of the survey was, is there anything else you'd like to share? Some of them really touched me. Some of them meant a lot. A lot of you even took the time to share your stories with me, like how you're switching industries, how you're leaving your academic lives and trying to get into UX research. And a lot of comments just saying that you're inspiring, keep up the good work, but really, I'm doing this because you inspire me. You give me a lot of support and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and for following along in this survey analysis and getting a glimpse into what others are saying, what other people are feeling in this community of everyone who just wants to nerd out on UX research. I'm definitely gonna take into account your suggestions, your feedback. I'm gonna make this channel better for all of you so you can become badass UX leaders. Mad love. Peace.
Fly me to the moon, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore.